All right, Brakathiya Howell, Brakathiya Shai, Brakathiya Howell, Brakathiya Shai, Brakathiya Howell, Brakathiya Howell, Bashim Yahushai, Bahashim Rachakodash, double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone True Well. Salutations to the hopeful elect out there, you Akim to Zadakim that do this thing in the utmost truth and sincerity. On the Pre-Shaman, this week's topic is we're going to be getting into the secret counsels of the left-handed, of the left hand, of the Most High Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Unfortunately, I couldn't put together a bunch of scriptures. So what I did, when that happens, I just pick a chapter, I go into it, I prophesy. You know what I mean? And this chapter is going to be Psalms, the 64th chapter, going into these elites. Psalm 64:1 says, "To the chief musician, a psalm of David, hear my voice, O Yahweh, in my prayer. Preserve my life from fear of the enemy." Now, who's the enemy? Go to Psalms 83, which I have on deck. Time having me go to it. But Psalms 83rd chapter goes into all the enemies of the nation of Israel, and it starts first and foremost with Esau, namely Amalek, man. All right, and so-called Jews. All right, they are enemies because yes, you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans who are the true chosen people of the Lord, according to different prophecies like Deuteronomy 28th chapter. All right, you have enemies. All right, there's a reason when you go in your neighborhoods, it's very hard to find food with nutrients. If you noticed, all right, if you have a keen eye, in 2020 they shut down a whole bunch of businesses, right? A lot of so-called Israelite-owned businesses, they shut them shits down because they couldn't stay afloat. Their margins are very tight, right, with the lockdowns, and they closed down that to open up what? Smoke shops. Now every fucking place you go, you see a goddamn smoke shop, and when you interact with this younger generation, they all doped up. There's just so many different avenues that this secret council that we're about to get into, all right, use to destroy our people, the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Smoke shops, liquor stores everywhere, food deserts, okay, abortions, you name it. To hide me from the secret council of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity. Now, I believe that word there for hide is it says sathar, okay? Sathar means to hide, to conceal, to hide oneself, to be hidden, concealed, hide carefully, conceal, literally be, preserve me from them, hide me from them, the secret count. Now, we know that, technically, all these fucking cameras everywhere, cameras on your phone, they probably make these cars with camera compartments that we don't even know about, constantly watching. They have something called the eagle eye, so it's nothing really for the so-called white man to pull up our info, pull up our faces, and whatever. But really, the Most High is protecting us, man. All right? You saw brothers did the video, the LA camp, the brother in the back, may or may not be an angel, it's a faith thing, all right? But we believe in angel, appeared at the camp. And, Psalms 34th chapter. Now, whether that brother is an angel or not, at the end of the day, angels encamp, Psalms 34:7, the angels of the Lord encampeth around those that fear him, all right? Whether they want to make themselves manifest in the material where we can see them on camera, or they just watching from the chariots, or just watching with like a cloak, like invisibility, but they're always around, all right? So that right there lets us know that we're being protected from the Most High's left-handed workers, because these witches and warlocks, at the end of the day, pursuant to the book of pursuant to the book of Proverbs 16:4, the Lord hath made all things for himself, yea, even the wicked for the day of evil, all right? All work at the behest of the one true power, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. So this left-handed counsel, these elites that work iniquity and enchantments against Jacob, there's no counsel against the Most High, right? The Most High is using them for his own purpose. The deceived and the deceived and the deceiver are his. Verse 3, it says, who whet their tongue like a sword. Now that word whet, W-H-E-T, means to sharpen, right? What are they sharpening? Let's read it. It says, and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words. So them bitter words, all these different, again, laws, legislations, acts, think tanks that they come, because that's what it truly is. It's a think tank, all right? Always, when I do lessons going into this topic, I advise you brothers to watch the movie. There's a scene in the movie Undercover Brother, And undercover brother went undercover to the man's organization, right? He was dressed up, you know, he started putting on an uppity accent, dialect, all right, to go into big tobacco, right? And in that think tank, they showed you that they were like, how can we get more so-called black people, all right, to smoke our cigarettes? And they had like a little wimpy cigarette, and they were making satire out of it, but these things really happened. He popped open a briefcase. He's like, look at your little cigarette. This shit can't do nothing. I call this the fatty, and it was like a huge blunt-shaped cigarette. And he was going like that with it and shit, and get the Edomite woman all wet and all that. And, you know, it's supposed to be a gag, but really, that's how can we get these niggas to smoke more? How can we get these niggas to abort more kids? These things go on in secret, all right? How can we make being a hoe, a slut popular? How can we make being a feminine man popular? All right, and guess what? You have the wicked of our own people amongst that council with these other nations, man. Namely Esau, okay? So-called Jews. All right, it's these niggas signing these contracts to make the kind of music they make, drill rap or what have you, you know? It says that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not, right? So they're not even thinking in their mind. It's like, yo, you know what? This shit we doing is against the Lord's chosen people. We can get fucked up for this. I mean, the scriptures speak about touching the apples of the Lord's eye. They're not thinking like that. They thinking how the Most High want them to think. And that's, we're going to destroy them. We're going to have the Lord do away with them. We're going to have the Lord not fuck with them. Look at them constantly sinning. We're going to try to do things to get our birthright back. Let's bring this people down, okay? And you know what? It's hardwired in the so-called Edomite to hate us, you know, because the scriptures in, what's that, Ezekiel, the 35th chapter, 5th verse, speaks about a perpetual hatred. Going all the way back from the very beginning. I mean, the enmity between her seed and thy seed. Jacob and Esau. Sons of God, sons of wicked. Cain and Abel. It's the same battle that's been going on, all right, since the very beginning, all right? Because it was prophesied that this would happen. And it's still being waged against our people to this day. It's not going to stop till Yahushua come back, man. Verse 5. They encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privily. They say, who shall see them? And again, these elites, you know, they want to enslave everybody, but we don't really give two shits about everybody, all right? Because we're going to enslave other nations. We don't really give two shits about the other nations. We only care about Jake. That's why it's really an issue, okay? You enslaving Jake. Now, even in the kingdom of heaven, we're going to have these other nations in subjection, but after a period of time, they're going to get their, you know, their land back or what have you. We're going to be dealing justly, okay? You're not going to hear the heathen say, man, I can't wait till these Israelites go down. No, they're not going to be saying shit like that, because we're going to be dealing justly. Right now, everybody wants the so-called white man to go to. Why do you think there's these different nations allying against America? All right? They want this shit to go down, because the scriptures tell you when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. When we bear rule, Yahushua rather, with us being joined heirs, there's going to be rejoicing, man. They're going to be like, man, I never want this to end. And it never won't. You see? Because again, we're going to be doing justly. And guess what? The heathens that go off when we're ruling, we're going to have other heathens, overseers over them to beat their ass. To like, hey, you want to fuck off, you know? 6. When I say go off, I mean break the law, statutes, and commandments, by the way. Verse 6, they search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search. Both their inward thoughts of every one of them and their heart is deep. But the Most High shall shoot them with an arrow. Suddenly shall they be wounded. Right, that arrow, that's going into the missiles, man. All right. Intercontinental ballistic missiles, hypersonic missiles. You know what a hypersonic missile is? That thing is going... Not only is it going at speeds as, you know, 10 times the speed of sound, but they were able to move. Imagine shooting a bullet that can curve. You're not stopping something like that. Once a hypersonic missile, a nuclear hypersonic missile has been fired, that's it. All right, and there's a set period of time, all right? That date, we don't know, but it's very soon, okay? But that date, Judgment Day, D-Day, okay? When the Lord's going to have those particular spirits turn them keys and shoot them missiles off, okay, is around the corner. And that's when them arrows are going to be shot from all over the world, okay? Shot from America, shot from Russia, shot from the UK. Everybody had to have missiles. They're going to be shooting them, okay? Why you think the Lord have them getting built? Why you think the Lord have them being more and more advanced with it? Is it just to be cool? No, fuck that, man. It's for a purpose, okay? So them secret councils, guess what? They're going to end up destroying each other. 9, and all the men shall fear and shall declare the work of the Most High, for they shall wisely consider of his doings, just like when the Lord destroyed Egypt. All right, and that fear came back in the world of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shah. You see? History is going to repeat itself pursuant to the book of Romans 9 and 17, okay? The Most High has raised the modern day Pharaoh up for his purpose. Modern day Pharaoh is a so-called white man, these wicked elites, all right? Nothing new. Tower of Babel all over again. Same shit happening. The Most High is going to bring that thing to naught. 10. The righteous shall be glad. Slakia. Last verse. It says, the righteous shall be glad in the Lord and shall trust in him, and he and Salakia, and all the upright in heart shall glory. Right, the upright in heart shall glory. All right, when this place is destroyed. Okay? Lord willing, we on them chariots watching that thing from a bird's eye view. We're going to be rejoicing, man. Like, fuck, man. No more bullshit. No more taxes. No more child support. You know? No more having a, yo, I'm going to try to go to, I'm going to hit the club, but, you know, you got to go with me because we don't know what the fuck, what type of transformer might try to do some crazy shit in the club. You know? There's weird shit happening, weird folly, wickedness happening here that you're not going to have to worry about in the kingdom, man. All right? Being able to teach this truth, well, you know, everybody's going to know the truth. Every Israelite knowing the truth. Imagine a world with no niggas. How glorious is that going to be? There's not going to be no nigga shit going on. You know? If a man give you his word, you're not going to say, man, I wanted this nigga shady. You're not going to be thinking about that. It's going to be 100% righteousness, man. All right, with that, I'm going to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashim Rakha Kodash, that belongs to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone True Well. Salutations to hopeful elect out there. You Akim to Sadakim that do this thing in the utmost truth and sincerity. Shalom.